It was different. I felt the difference in this call, in this prayer that I made at this time. So I said the prayer and then I came home and I'm just like, all right, I'm saved again. And because of everything that was going through the months, it's now like November-ish, October, November. And I'm just like, I got 5 more months left in this lease. What am I about to do? You know? And I'm just like, bro, why here I go again and with my life just being in shambles, And I'm like, you know what? No, you're gonna pray because that's the life we decided we're gonna start living now. And so I truly said, I remember a prayer. I was like, God, this is it. Now I truly want to serve you. Now I'm truly giving my life to you. I heard your call. I'm answering. I'm surrendering it to you. This is what I'm dealing with. Show me how I can get to these meetings. Show me how I can be delivered from this and that, from my weed addiction, from my sex addiction, from my alcoholism, from a lot of the things that was truly holding me back, you know? And I'm thinking I'm going to need outside resources. And so now, guys, I did a transition. Like, I mean, a major transition. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the Bible, or a lot of you may be, whomever is watching, because now it is getting very Christian-y. And that was the point of all this. Forget everything else. Granted, yes, I wanted to give my story to give background on how I got so deep into my darkness, and everything and every part of the story that I told is what led to this. But now we are in the space of testimony. So I just want to give you guys a heads up. And maybe I should have gave this heads up a long time ago because it got very Christian-y a long time ago. But the point of all this is for everything that I'm saying now in the past couple episodes, right? You got the backstory of why I had gotten so dark. And like I said, I've left out a lot of details. A lot of those details will either be one for the video about my deliverance from me getting raped and the lifestyle that led to. And then the other details would just be of how a lot of that played a role in our marriage. Now, it didn't affect our marriage. It just played a role in our marriage. Because we both basically was dealing with the same thing because we both had the same trauma. So, um, this is why it's always important to be healed before you get into any kind of relationship. But anywho, yeah, I was ready this time. I was ready to go full force into serving God. I was ready to give up everything. Things that I was never, ever ready to give up before. I was ready to give up. And I think this is when I realized all the other times I got saved is when I realized you weren't doing it right. Because I got saved before, but didn't get delivered from any of the things that was holding me back. And that's what made it, I guess, what made it even harder for me to say, yeah, let me get saved again and serve God. Because I'm like, I did this before. I'm still the same person. You know what I'm saying? But the difference between me getting saved this time was I actually was willing to let go and let God. You ever heard that phrase before? Let go and let God. That's what I finally did. I let go of everything. I said, if anybody knows me, they know I'm a big soca fan. Soca, reggae, dancehall. Hands down, love my culture. I'm a big partier. I just every event, party. Listen, I love my culture, my West Indian, Caribbean, Hispanic culture. And I was a big party person. That alone was very hard for me to let go of. But in this moment, I was like, God, you could take my arm because I was tired of the hurt and the pain that I was going through, and I felt the destruction that was happening. And I remembered the spiritual guy saying it's either between life or death. Now, at the time when he said life or death, I'm thinking like I'm gonna get sick or something because I was wilding, bro. I was wilding out there. So I'm thinking he's like maybe I'm gonna get sick and die or something. I don't know what he was talking about, but I was just like, what do you mean life or death? Um, but yeah, I was done. I was truly done. So I gave up the partying. I slowly gave up the smoking. I'm gonna tell how I ended up doing that. I gave up the drinking slowly but surely. The sex, the porn, the everything that came with that lifestyle, the lust. Let me put it that way. All the lust. Um, yeah, I just was giving it up, but I was still battling. It's not like the temptations were there. And so now I remember just praying hard, and then started getting into the Bible, reading the Bible. I never liked reading the Bible, but I pushed myself, and I remember pushing myself. Now we're in January, yeah. So now holidays go by, and it really, I was reading my Bible a lot, but January came and I started this challenge, this Bible challenge, and that's when I really started reading, and that's when I realized in January I'm not dealing with a lot of these issues anymore. It just the way how it went away, I didn't even realize it went away. Like there was certain lust things that I was still dealing with, but when it came to the addiction, it was gone. And that alone started to draw me closer to God because I was like, wait a second, something that I had been battling with for over 20 years, I got delivered from in a matter of two. I got delivered from in a matter of 2 to 3 weeks and didn't even realize it. Something that I felt like I needed a counselor for, a therapist for, a sexual anonymous group for, God took from me in a matter of 2 to 3 weeks. Then I had a dream where he told me to stop smoking because of what it was going to do to me for the future that was ahead. And just like that, something that I couldn't do before, which was stop smoking, he delivered me from overnight. I was vaping so bad. I was maybe vaping, using about, I don't know, 4 to 5 vapes a month. That's how bad I was vaping. He delivered me from that, just like that. The drinking, he took from me. Now I want you guys to listen to what I said. Things that I have been battling for over 20 plus years. Drinking and smoking, I have been battling for 10 plus years. Vaping excessively, I have been battling for a year. God delivered me from everything, I would say, in 1 month of me getting saved and giving my life to Him, but truly giving my life to Him. And then there was one final piece that was still holding on, and I wasn't partaking in it too much, but it was still there, that one final piece. And he eventually took that away from me. The dentist that I was in October 2024 is not the dentist that I am in April 2025. And it is all because of the glory of God. So I know a lot of people are looking at me now, like, especially people who know me, especially people who have been with me, especially people who have partied with me, gone to school with me, grew up with me on the block. I know I'm being talked about because I went from this party wild animal freakazoid to the Holy One, right? But that's okay, because if y'all knew what I was going through in my head, the dark places that I was at, if y'all were me and got delivered from the things that I had gotten delivered from, I promise you that you guys would be serving God the way that I'm serving God. I promise you that you would be giving God the glory the way that I'm giving God the glory. And y'all don't even know all the details. That's what the book is for. Because this book is going to truly help somebody. I know the video is going to help somebody because guess what? It already is helping people. People are reaching out to me in messages. People are giving me. I had a friend. She's a non-believer. And out of her mouth, she told me, yeah, I'm watching your videos and I'm starting to believe. A non-believer. So for people who don't agree with what I'm doing, I don't care because the main point of what I'm doing is for that reason right there.